Hey everyone. Today we're diving into something super important. How climate change is messing with our food. Yep, the stuff we eat every day, our rice, bread, fish, you name it, is being hit hard by a warming planet. It's not just about hotter summers. It's about whether we'll have enough food to go around. So let's break it down in a simple way. How does climate change affect food security? Stick around, because this affects all of us. First up, let's talk about the food we grow, like crops. Climate change is throwing curveballs at farmers with crazy weather. Think scorching heat waves, wild floods, or long droughts. These mess up plants like wheat, rice, and corn, the stuff that fills our plates. Too much heat stresses them out, and too much or too little water throws off their growth. Imagine trying to cook dinner, but your ingredients keep disappearing. That's what farmers are dealing with. Next, the ground itself is taking a hit. Climate change speeds up things like soil erosion, where the good dirt just washes away, or turns land into deserts. Salt from rising seas can creep in too, making soil useless for growing. Plus, rainfall is unpredictable. Some places get drowned, others dry up, and that's a nightmare for irrigation. No water, no crops, it's that simple. The land we rely on is basically crying for help. Then there's the creepy crawly problem. Warmer weather is like a VIP invite for pests and diseases. Bugs that munch on crops or spread plant sickness are thriving in the heat, spreading farther and faster than before. Livestock aren't safe. Either cows and chickens get sick more easily too. It's like nature's launching a sneak attack on our food supply. Speaking of animals, climate change isn't sparing them either. Cows and goats don't do well in crazy heat. They produce less milk or meat when they're stressed. And out in the oceans, fish are in trouble too. Warming waters and acidification, where the sea gets more acidic, are messing with fish populations. For people who depend on fish for protein, that's a huge deal. Our burgers and sushi are at risk. Now let's bring it home, literally. When crops fail or fish disappear, there's less food to go around. That means prices shoot up. Ever notice how grocery bills creep higher? This hits poorer families the hardest. They can't afford enough to eat. On top of that, storms or floods can wreck roads and markets, so even getting food to people becomes a challenge. It's not just about growing food, it's about getting it on your table. Here's the kicker: not everyone's affected the same way. Places like sub-Saharan Africa or South Asia, where people farm small patches of land and depend on rain, are getting slammed. They don't have the tech or money to fight back easily. Meanwhile, some chilly northern spots might get a bonus with longer growing seasons. But globally, the bad outweighs the good. It's like climate change is picking on the most vulnerable. So wrapping this up, climate change is a food security thief. It's hitting our crops, soils, animals, and wallets, and it's not playing fair across the world. Experts like the UN say we need to adapt fast. Think tougher crops or smarter. Water use or hunger could skyrocket as more people fill the planet. What do you think? How should we tackle this? Drop your thoughts below.